Good morning from Death Valley National Park. We're here at the parking area for Sidewinder Canyon, which is the hike we're going to be doing today. We're going to be doing some slot canyons off the sides of Sidewinder Canyon. So when you leave the parking lot, you'll look over here to the southwest. You see a flat looking shelf. You see a couple of narrow canyons. This is looking back at the parking area, and you come up here and you see this flat shelf. Go to the right end of that, and then we're going to take a left up that canyon. That's a wide canyon mouth. Okay, here's the mouth of Sidewinder Canyon. You can see it's a nice wide canyon with a flat area on either side. This is looking behind us the way we came. Beautiful view of Death Valley. Telescope Peak up above with the snow on it. Mormon Point down below. The parking area down there, if you can still see it. This is looking up canyon. So we're going to be exploring one slot canyon to the left and maybe several more on the right as we're going up. So we've been traveling up canyon for a little more than 30 minutes, and we've gone about 3/4 of a mile from the parking lot, according to our GPS, and depending on exactly where you start your measurement. But anyway, around 3/4 of a mile, you'll come to this opening on your left, and this is the first one of the slots we're going to explore. The rest of them, there should be about 5 or 6 more on the right side that we're going to explore today. And they will all be within about the next 3/4 of a mile. Well, I'm only a few steps in and I look up and ouch, that looks like it would hurt. So needless to say, I won't be standing underneath that one very long. Isn't it funny how stuff can wedge in like that? That thing's just sitting there. Probably a 1,000-pound rock at least. This is behind us. This is the way we're going. We've been to the top of this particular canyon before. We haven't been through it. Well, I know it's into the sun there. So we haven't gone real far up this one. Like I said, we've been to the top of this one before from the outside of it. So I think we're satisfied with what we've seen here. And we're just going to go back down. Go across the canyon and look for some other ones. But this one is interesting, definitely worth exploring. It's not as cave-like as some of them are, a little more open. You can just imagine the water rushing down through here, carving this out. This is pretty tall, actually. It's got to be from down here. I'd say 50 feet at least. Ouch. Okay, here, this spits us right back out into the main canyon. So we didn't go real far, but you know what? It's pretty cool. Worth exploring. Okay, here we are in the second one. This is the first one on the right. I have not been in this one before. Looks like it has some promise. Definitely a slot canyon. It's deeper than it is wide, which I believe is the definition of a slot canyon. At least in my book. Once again, this one looks to be about 50 feet tall on average. Getting a little darker. Kind of a neat one. Watch your head.
Watch your back.
Very nice little slot. Well, that's the end of that one. At least what's navigable goes up that way, but I'm not going to climb it. So that was a pretty cool one. So we got to the end of that one, and now we've turned around, we're going out. I would say it's definitely pretty cool though, worth checking out. Okay, we're back out into the main part of Sidewinder Canyon. That's the first one on the right that we found. That's looking down canyon. This is looking up. Let's go find the next one. Well, here's our third one. I believe this one's a little shorter. But who knows? Only one way to find out for sure. This one's a climber. Okay, we didn't go real far up that one. We did that one a little while back. And it's okay, it has a few step climbs. We're going to go on to the next one. Back out in the main canyon with the big view of Death Valley. Always fun to see. Okay, next one, here we come. Is this our fourth one? Yep, that's the fourth one. This one has got a split to it. At the split now. That's the right fork. This is the left fork. So you go a little ways along here and you see this is all jammed with boulders here. So we have to get past these. Well, the entrance to this one is clogged with a few more rocks than normal. But I think we can make it.
See ya.
You there? There she is. We had to take the backpack off so she could squeeze through there. She made it. And we're in. Another one. Pretty neat, huh? I got to remember to point my video camera up once in a while because it's easy to just look straight ahead and you miss the up part. Like right here again, this has got to be 100 feet tall here.
It's pretty dark.
Julie says it's getting dark. We might have to get our headlamps out. We have them. Oh yeah.
The lights not.
Pretty dark. There she is. Yeah, how did that fall on your head? Boy, that's a big chunk in that. Man. That would hurt. Ouch. Being dark again.
Headlamp.
Well, this is the end of the road. It comes to a pretty nice vaulted room here. Is your light on bright?
Yeah.
I think it's
Oh, there. There you go.
Okay, well that's the end of this one. It's pretty cool though. Julie's gonna lead us out of here with her headlamp. If she goes nice and slow. That's a fun one. Kind of the tallest one we've been in so far. While we're making our way out of this one, this has the vaulted room in it. It's a pretty neat one. I would recommend finding this one. You might want a headlamp. And we're almost back out. That's the hole you got to get through. So that's the way into that area which has a nice vaulted room in there. So when you see all this left fork, when you see all these rocks jammed up here, these big angled rocks, climb in the left side of them and make your way back to the vaulted room. It's pretty neat. Bring your headlamp. Alright, let's go find the next one. Well, here we are up to the 5th one, according to my standards. In we go. Oh, this is a pretty neat one. Imagine the water carving this out. Cool slot, huh? Like it? There's a long one in it.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're getting near the end of this one, don't you? I think this is the longest one we've been in.
Yeah.
But that's some soft sand there. These rocks always amaze me hanging in there from the side, how they don't fall out of there. Oh boy. Oh, smokes. This one goes on and on. Maybe there is no end. Oh yeah, they did some cheater rocks. No problem for Julie Hunold.
Piece cake.
Water can do some amazing things, can it? This one's got to be over 50 feet tall too, isn't it? And every once in a while you find a hard rock like this one that's not going to be eroded as easily. Still going. This is by far the longest one we've seen. Getting a little narrow.
Yeah.
Start scraping your elbows. Nice sand, huh?
Yeah.
Like beach sand. Boy, that thing's almost 100 feet tall now. What a slot. Twisting and turning back on itself. A little sunlight makes it all the way down in here once in a while. Like right here. Can't believe this one goes on this long. Yeah, it's great. Yeah. Gotta watch your shoulders and elbows on these narrow spots. I don't know how that is. Oops, got you in the sunlight. Here we get a better view. Yeah, this is the long one. Does this show this being this long on the map? Looks like a land bridge. Isn't it? Yeah, there's a land bridge way back in here. Yeah, that is cool. There's a big rock that's not going to erode very fast. That got jammed in there, didn't it? You got a nice step behind your right foot a little bit. Up and behind, up. Yeah, if it holds. Nice job. Sheesh. That is one long slot. Still going. The top isn't quite so tall now as it was. It's only about 40 feet. There's quite a few series of little step climbs, like 3, 4, 5 feet. Nothing that's not easily passed. But there are a lot of them. Here's another one. Oh boy. It's pretty narrow up there. Yeah, I think we're running out of canyon. Oh, every time you say that, there's more. Kind of like climbing a mountain. You say just over this next little ridge is all there is, and then you see another 1,000 feet of mountain ahead of you. Yep, the old slot is over with, pretty much. It is now wider than it is deep, so it's not really a slot anymore. That's looking behind us again. It really has opened up here in the last few minutes. And we're climbing and it's getting a little loose. But we want to climb up to the top to see if we may want to go overland towards the upper canyon. Well, I'm at the upper stretches of this slot. I wanted to get all the way up to the rim here, but a little bit hard to get to. This is looking over Death Valley, Telescope Peak. We've gained a lot of elevation considering we started pretty much at the valley floor. Well, I came out of the slot, climbed up to the top of this hill. Slot was down here. Here's the next one over here. I think we could get over here and go down this one if we wanted to. Or we could make our way over to Willow Spring. Well, I'm not really familiar with where it is. Well, we're making our way back down the slot. It's a pretty cool one. Goes on a long ways, that's for sure. And if you were ambitious, you could come out the top and go over to other areas. Instead of going back down the canyon, you can get all the way out. There's nothing stopping you, no big falls or anything stopping you from breaking out into the open country up above. Go over to Willow Canyon or wherever you like. Well, looks like we're back out into the main wash. So, just for your information, this one goes through all the way up until you break out into open country, if you have the desire to do so. So that's the fifth one, right?
Yep.
And the entrance is right there. There's one more around the corner here if we want to try it. You up for it?
Yeah.
Well, we're kind of up in the narrows here. This is looking back down the narrows where we just came up, and here is our sixth and final slot canyon. Although this one has 3 branches according to the map. Let's go see if we can find them. This one starts off nice enough, quite tall. There's a little land bridge. That's pretty cool. That wasn't one of the forks, was it? Not easy videoing this slot canyon. Another little land bridge. Into the sun we go. This one isn't quite as high as the other one. I'd say 50 feet. Some interesting side washes, whatever you want to call them. A little taller here. That's pretty cool. Now it's really tall. That's got to be over 100 feet. On the right anyway. 13.8. Look at that big chunk that's come down, huh? Okay, looks like you gotta creep through here on the low side. Watch your pack. Don't shred your pack. Well, we're squeezing through now. That's a tight fit, isn't it? Well, that was a difficult obstacle. Hardest one of the day so far. Might have been able to climb over it, I don't know. We looked at it both ways and decided to go under. Oh boy. big rock, isn't it? You wouldn't want that to fall on you, would you? What's the size of that thing? Man. Well, let's see if we can get past this guy. That's crazy. Cool. Look at that slot, man. That is way up there. Find a good handhold? Nice job.
That wasn't it.
What's that? That was pretty cool, wasn't it? We busted out. So this must be one of the forks up here, huh? This slot has 3 forks to it according to the map. I don't know if they're all ones we want to take or not. This one looks pretty open here. So that would be the first one, huh? Yeah, that looks pretty open, doesn't it? Oh, another little clog. They don't seem to ever end, do they? I guess I gotta go if she made it. pretty tall too. Oh boy. All clogged up. We're busting out. Shade. I got ahead of her somehow. She zigged and I zagged. Boy, a long way to the top still up there, isn't it? I wonder if that's the other one to the left. It looks pretty tight. Let's stay in the main one for a little bit longer. It probably is though, that's the only one that's come down like that. That rock hanging there. That's the same one. No. Maybe not. Let's go look at it. So it goes that way too, and there's a little cairn there. Let's see where it goes. Oh, look at all the loose rocks hanging up there. Man. I'm sure somebody's gotten bonked on the head throughout the ages here. Looks like it's going to open up here. Into something. Too bad this whole way it's been into the sun for the video, but oh boy. Well, there's still a long ways to go up in there. I think the slot part of it is over. Don't you?
Yeah.
Kind of busts out into open land now. Was there anything around the corner there?
Just saying stuff like that.
So that's the end of this one for all practical purposes. It's pretty open. Interesting formations. So I think we're going to turn around and go back. We came up this one quite a ways though, and I gotta say it's pretty cool. They each have their own unique attributes. This one was probably the most challenging to get through. Wasn't it?
Okay. What obstacles?
A lot of obstacles, and you had to squeeze through a couple of real low spots. Look at how high this is. Way up there.
Not that it's not tricky enough, but then you can't see.
When you come out of the sunlight and your eyes haven't adjusted.
It's so dark.
You stuck?
No.
That's good. You might need to help me down. Ouch. That's about a
It's a drop and it's
12 footer.
dark.
12 foot into the dark.
It's scary.
Look at the size of that chunk that came down and wedged itself in there. That is a big chunk of something. Down into the abyss. Ouch. I'm tired. Another little land bridge. Actually not little. It's huge. Look how high this wall goes. All the way up there. 100 feet up there. Well, I think we're just about back to the main Sidewinder Canyon. Okay, we're back out into the main portion of Sidewinder Wash again. Sidewinder Canyon. This is looking down canyon. Well, we're still in the narrows of the main Sidewinder here. Okay, now I'm not kidding. This has to be just about the end of the narrows. This is looking behind us. That's the end of the narrows. Here it opens up a little bit. Climbing up more stuff again. I guess we're going till we can't go anymore. Seems like it goes on for quite a ways here. Look at all the little yellow flowers. Springtime in Death Valley. We are going to turn around at this little narrows here with clogged with rocks. This is looking behind us. I'd say we're pretty close to the end of the lower canyon. So we're going to turn around. It's 2:30. We're working our way down Sidewinder Canyon. It's been an awesome hike, I gotta say that. We are back in the narrows of Sidewinder Canyon. Okay, we're back at the Sidewinder Canyon parking area, trailhead. Our hike today was 8.6 miles long. We had an elevation gain of 2,450 feet. It took us about 6 1/4 hours. We visited 6 slot canyons. We went through the narrows of Sidewinder Canyon, and then we went past the narrows to where it becomes almost impassable for the lower canyon. So in other words, we did the whole lower canyon. Julie and I appreciate you watching the video. We hope you get a chance to come out here and enjoy these beautiful slot canyons. It's really fun. And in the meantime, whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a good time and happy hiking.